Ramadan prayers at Nottingham University. These students have no interest in violence. They see their religion as one of peace. But on some British campuses, radical Islamist groups have been secretly recruiting new members.
Wake up and start finding out for yourself. You need to get out there and see what's happening. You need to go to Bosnia.
Radicalized students have been dropping out of courses. Some have even been arrested on terrorism charges. One London university has had to appoint a moderate imam to steer students away from extremism.
They'll use videos where they try to show that Muslims are victims. There's either American or any white person, regardless, that is abusing or attacking or bombing, for instance. People are dead bodies, and this is how they try to manipulate and dominate the impressionable young people's thoughts.
Javad Saeed was just one of those. Lonely at university, he was befriended by a group of radical students bent on establishing an Islamic state in Britain.
It was very clear that being a Muslim, I cannot mix with non-Muslims. And they were very much anti-West, with anti-West sentiments. And I clearly, experienced, I clearly saw that they would use any means to achieve their aims.
Look around you. Look what's happening in Palestine. Huh? Look what's happening in Beirut, Lebanon. Look what's happening in Chechnya.
The meetings Javad attended grew more and more political. News was discussed, both international and domestic, always in terms of confrontation.
That's how they encourage you, they motivate you to go out, and once they've established that basis of hatred, they have you. And then you start working closely with them under their political agenda, yes, in achieving the greater aim.
So you were a very angry man. Did you ever consider embarking on violent jihad yourself?
If you create hatred within a human being personality, so what would you expect for him then? If he has no tolerance, no respect for other faiths, for other communities, I strongly think that I was going towards that thing, and I would have ended up being in a situation where I would have done, something. I would have engaged in violence. But luckily, that didn't happen. But that was going to happen.
University campuses have long attracted radicals, but today, partly due to the violence in Iraq, a growing number of British Muslim students are being actively recruited by radical anti-Western groups. Even here at Brunel University, which does not have a radical reputation, violent jihadi videos have reportedly been circulating in secret. Brunel's Professor Glees has written a report on campus radicalization in Britain. He denies accusations that he's exaggerating the problem.
I think that the university authorities and the police special branch in particular are beginning to understand that there is a serious problem with campus radicals and extremists. But essentially what they're doing is firefighting. They're dealing with problems after they've presented themselves. They're not doing what they ought to be doing, which is fire prevention, prevent extremism from happening in the first place.
Back at Nottingham University, it's Freshers' Fair Week, where student societies compete to attract new members. Sarah and Abida from the Islamic Society believe they found a way to fend off extremists.
We can't fully guarantee that it would never happen, but one of the things that we try to promote is getting to know our members one-to-one. So we have a lot of social events, a lot of things that integrate all our members. We have lots of circulation of emails to get people involved, but also we have quite good relations with the student societies like the union.
Moderate mainstream Muslim students like these still outnumber the extremists. But Javad, the former radical, believes if campus radicalization is not stopped, a creeping culture of hatred will lead inexorably to student suicide bombers. Frank Gardner, BBC News.